The US House last week voted to create an independent commission to investigate the January 6 Capitol Hill riots, despite opposition from Republicans. Joining me is Michael Ware, Sky News US contributor. Michael, good to see you this morning. So what do you make of that?
Yeah, mate, what began as broad support for an independent, bipartisan commission to investigate the events of the January 6 attack on Capitol Hill has now, within the space of a week, turned into a bitter political brawl and, yet again, a display of former President Trump's enormous influence over the Republican Party. Now, in Australian terms, what we're talking about is something akin to a royal commission or a commission of inquiry. And after the events of January 6, both sides seem to have some kind of a agreement for a notion of an investigation. So much so that the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives was put together to come up with a proposal for legislation to create this commission. And they announced a deal, a bipartisan deal on that last Friday. Now, within hours or days, the Republican leader in the House turned on that commission, on that committee and their agreement, even though he'd empowered them to make this agreement. He now opposes this commission. And we saw the same thing happen with the Republican leader in the Senate. One day this week, he was saying Republican members were open to considering the commission. They just needed to see the fine print. But then hours later, former President Trump issued a statement saying that this commission was a Democrat trap and leadership should listen to him. By the next day, that Republican leader in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, said that he opposes the commission all of a sudden because it's unbalanced and law enforcement will be able to give us the answers that any commission would be able to. So now this proposal for the commission, as you said, went to the House floor and it was passed not just by the Democratic majority, but by 35 Republicans as well. And soon it will head to the Senate, where really it's going to be tough to see this commission established. Now, the Republican opposition I can understand because clearly President Trump's against it. But politically, this is a real minefield because one of the concerns is that a commission investigation would bleed into 2022, which is when the all-important midterm elections happen. And they don't want the riot or the insurrection to be a feature of the midterms. But if they don't support this commission, then the Democrat majority leader in the House, Nancy Pelosi, will create a select committee and do a really ugly political partisan investigation. So in one way, the Republicans are damned if they do and damned if they don't on this commission. Were it not for former President Trump, I think they'd be supporting it.